Okay, hi and welcome back. Here we are in Arahal, Sevilla, just outside Arahal, on a very, very interesting property. There's some beautiful cacti here to the front. And you can imagine sort of a gate here, right in the heart of bloom season. This is olive. And some of those will turn into olives, others are just flowers. Property needs a lot of work, there's no question, but you've got a lot of land here. 12,500 square meters of land. House right in the middle. You'll see here. And about 6,000 and change on either side. Get to the house in a bit. Let's take a look at the outside first. Ooh. A little bit of garlic there. Now, quite a few of these trees are ancient, as we can see with that one there. Very, very fertile. As you can see, anything grows. There's some beautiful roses growing there. I'm just passing here through again, just some really good gnarly olive. Now, the one thing to keep in mind that it's very, very sandy soil, as you can see. But the plants just absolutely love it. You can see the grape is just now starting to come in. Those will be ready in about September for wine or for your table. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cold today. We're in May now, so and see, it's just a very, very healthy vine. And you can see the pictures on the internet of the grapes that these vines produce. Tons, I would say, certainly. It's, you know, you've just got very good mature vine. Get out of the shade there. Pretty easy to maintain. Pick and eat them. So we're on one half of the property, and again it's about 6,250 square meters on each side. Perfect rectangle. And you can see here you've got all the irrigation lines set up. We're now in the citrus fruit part of the ranch. I'm going to do a good walk around. I feel like I'm walking on the beach. It is all sand. Now, there are no fences at all to the property, but as you can see, you know, it's very, very clearly demarked your land and then your neighbors. He's got some vines there along with a lot of olive, and then straight ahead there where the smokestack is, there's the house. So good piece of land coming back, and again just very peaceful, very quiet up here. No real near neighbors at all, so it is quite private, which is why there is no fence. Now you can go ahead and fence it if, you know, if that's your wish, but obviously it's a consideration because it's thousands of euros. See all the rabbit tracks here. Rabbits aplenty. And you can just see, I mean, I've got a couple little olive trees on my terrace, and my God, man, they don't look this dense. So obviously all these are not going to, you can see there, that's already starting to flower. But, you know, the yield on these are going to be pretty amazing. And I would say, I mean, you know, you can take a look at that one there. You know, it's a senior citizen for certain, as is this one here straight ahead. But they still produce a a hell of a lot of olive and a lot of olive oil. I might as well walk on the actual boundary of the property, which is this. Well, this tree here, for an example, just where it breaks off there into the other. That's another piece of land. This is probably one of the smaller pieces. Neighbors here, you know, probably have 100 grand or a lot more. So this one's kind of on the smaller side at 12,500. Whatever that is, 4 acres. Sorry, 3 acres. Alright, so just row after row of olive. I think there's in the region of about 60 odd citrus fruit trees, which are really nice. Fresh orange juice for life. A couple of lemons thrown in there as well for good measure. And then you can see down one of the rows here, just olive after olive. And if you don't like the taste of olive, now would probably be a good time to start acquiring a taste for them, because you'll have more olive than you know what to do with. There's the house there. Some really nice specimens of palm surrounding. And then, you know, some orange mixed in here for good measure. One of a number of veg patches, very productive. Not 100% sure what he's growing here, but he has given me some cukes and other assorted veg, which I must say are really delicious and natural kind of taste to them, as opposed to the store ones. And just some beautiful flowers back here he has lining. Plenty of water in the area as well, which is good. Doesn't cost you anything to grow all this. Of course, that's always a big issue. You got to factor in is watering. So 2 very productive wells on the property. Excuse me. Well, I might as well give you a sneak preview of the outbuilding. Now, that brick there on the other side is the living room. Right, so you've got a good amount of space here. Well, that's maybe not so politically correct, but anyway. And then another space here. So, you know, depending on where you knock down, or knock through, I should say, you know, you've got this space here to reclaim, and obviously that roof needs to come down and a new one put up. Hey little girl. Maybe she's just woken up. Alright, so again, good decent amount of space here. And then here to the front of the house, you got a great covered area. All kinds of growing vine there. Sort of makeshift the way it's been done, but certainly. And then here on this side, this is actually where they crush the grapes. So the grape harvest comes in here. He makes a great wine. Fill this up and roll up the pant leg and just get on it. You got a barbecue area here as well, which is kind of nice. growing some nice little flowers here. I don't know what those are. Roses. And then here you got a bread oven, wood-fired oven, pizzas or whatever you want to make. And you got a good little veg patch growing here. Potatoes. Hey buddy. ¿Qué pasa? Say hello. Say hello. Volleyball court. Always handy. And again, the boundary is about there. That helps. Didn't really point it out too well, but anyway. Let's go take a look at the pool. Pool's a little ways from the house, but you know, hop, skip, and a jump really. Pool's actually situated where the well is. Well, one of the wells, the main well, which of course fills the pool. Also give you a good indication of how private the property is. So now I'm not 100% sure if it's been filled for the season yet. It's May, so there's a good chance it's not. No, it's not. Right now, the pool is just unplug and drain out into the land, and then just fill it up from the well. But again, let's give you a good indication of how private the property is. You can see the chimney stack again there, completely surrounded by olive. Pool's a good size, deep. Once cleaned and filled, it'll certainly keep you nice and cool. You hear a tractor off there in the distance. That's about as noisy as it gets. Because really there is nothing here but olive. There's a train going by. Alright, that's about as noisy as that'll get, and there's probably about 6, 8 a day. And that straight ahead there would probably be somebody's house. They usually mark it with a tall tree or a palm. But as you can see, it's pretty quiet and peaceful. So this is the other half. This would be the other sort of 6.25,000 square meters. Perfect rectangle. So again, you know, with the house there, it's kind of smack dab in the middle. Speaking of the house, let's go take a look inside. Okay, so here we are inside now. As you can see in the description, there isn't electricity. It's run off a generator, and you know, things like that. You got a little ridiculous bulb there, but there is air conditioning. Okay, which runs off the generator. Now diesel burns at about €1.40 a litre, and the generator eats about a litre an hour. So you can do the math, and it's not probably the most cost effective. You got a decent sized bedroom here, bedroom 1. It's a little bit dark, I apologize. Bedroom 2. Alright, it's livable rough now, but certainly there's a lot of reform that would need to be done. That's, you know, sort of something you can do, obviously. Perfect. And again, another decent sized bedroom, and as you can see, you know, you got a big old queen bed here, you know, as well as, you know, big wardrobes and so forth. So it's actually a little bit more spacious than it looks. Now the thing is that wall straight ahead there, that is the space of the garage that I showed you earlier. So not through there, it sort of opens it up to a lot more space. The fireplace is really nice as well, as you can see. It'll keep you nice and warm in the winter. Now, just on the other side of this wall is the kitchen, and as I said, it's just a very basic kitchen, but certainly it'd be easy enough just to enclose this, knock through that wall, and you're back into the living room. But compact. And you can see there's good water connections all throughout the property. Very easy to keep it watered. And then the WC. Alright, so there is no shower. The shower is used just as an outdoor kind of thing. Alright, but again, other side of that is the house, so this could be closed and brought into the house. Just keep in mind that this property, although value priced at just 110,000 euros, for the amount of land, the production that is here, in olive, orange, grape, it's a lot of work. We're, sort of early May, about noon, and it's 33 degrees here. So a lot of this fruit will be ripe, sort of when it's even hotter in the 40s. So if you want to buff up and work on your six-pack, this is kind of perfect. But the house itself certainly requires a lot of reforms. It's livable, very rough, but certainly a roof over your head while you're doing the work. The track in is probably 3 kilometers, a little bit bumpy, but flat. 4x4, well, I've been here many times, never needed one, all throughout the year during the winter months when it does rain. The track can get a little bit muddy, some puddles and so forth, but I've never once had a problem getting here or getting out. The owner does drive a 4x4, but that's kind of typical of country people. They'll always have a 4x4. But if you're not really prepared to take on a piece of land this size, do the reforms, it's probably not going to be the right property for you. However, having said that, if that is what you want to do, it's perfect, because this is about as noisy as it gets. Birds, bees, flowers in the trees, very productive plot, good water source. Electricity you could certainly deal with as far as solar paneling, but getting a connection to the town network is not going to happen, so that's the way it's got to be, or to be very, very expensive, obviously, on a diesel generator or a couple of generators to power the place up for your needs. But at 110,000 euros, it's certainly very, very good value, very well positioned, and probably only about 15-minute drive into Arahal, which is a bustling town of about 19,000 with everything you need: train station, bus station, countless bar, restaurant, tapas bars, healthcare, and so forth. Right, so that takes us to the end of the tour. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching. Plenty of videos uploaded all the time on www.antiquera.co. Thanks for watching, and happy house hunting.